Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel in episode 2 of Approaching Dawn, the Witching Hour. Just want to say thanks for joining me today. My name is Doug, you know that of course, Doug Herring, Doug Mystic Guy on YouTube, also Doug's Digital Board on YouTube, and the Doug Mystic Guy on Twitch. So if you want to join me for any of those events, I highly recommend you joining all of my stuff so you don't miss anything. I do, however, tweet out when I'm doing something. So you can also join me on Twitter, Doug Mystic Guy there. So let's continue on. Now, a couple things I want to mention before we get started is if you haven't joined my Doug's Digital Board channel yet, you are certainly missing out. I've been putting up quite a few videos there as well, and I've separated out the video game type things with the board game type things. Even the video games that are like board games, like Tomb of Annihilation, which I was playing on this, is going to be played over there from now on that other channel, so we can keep it pure. If you're only interested in seeing the board games, then you can just come here. But we're going to take our second turn of the Witching Hour, Approaching Dawn. I did make one mistake. I noted in the notes last night, is when you open the sigils based on the spells that you cast, you're actually going to open the sigils for the person on your left. And one of the things that makes this difficult to demonstrate in a solo game, because you will not get the full effect of this unless you're playing, is how you impact your neighbors, because it's really critical and it has a massive effect on the game. Since I'm playing by myself, I can only impact myself, but if you're playing with somebody else, you know you're about to put them in a bad place, but you kind of got to do it. It's really rough. So you got to keep that in mind. That's a huge element of this game that is missing in a playthrough when I'm playing solo. So that being said, let's get started. Okay, so back to the phase reference sheet. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to advance the hour. It says skip the first hour. We did that, but now we're going to advance the hour, and we're going to each player gains a cube equal to the hour. So that's going to be two corruption cubes this turn. Let's show that. So we're going to advance the hour to here, and each of our characters is going to get 2 corruption as a result of that, because the hour is wearing on. Now, there's a good chance I'm not going to win this first game. I know the designer Ken, buddy of mine, says I think he stated it's about a 50-50 chance in the first run through, 50-50 chance to win this scenario, this training day scenario. But I'm learning to play, and I'm playing without the brain power of other people, so we'll see. Okay, so that is basically the end of that. The next thing we're going to do is acquire spells. We start with our Coven leader, who is Diane She's going to look at the spells and see what she wants. Now, there is one out there that you can say some things, like if we're playing cooperatively, you can say some things, like we know that our player, Nancy, wants to get a hold of a familiar. And there is, in fact, one available, because our guy, I will keep wanting to call him Dimitri because that's what he is in the Hunt Rise of Evil, Ward Cross, was able to fulfill a portion of his secret, and was able to unlock his soul link for a turn from that, which grants us the ability to get it's very costly, but the ability to get a familiar into our hand. But first off, we do have Diane and I think what she's going to do, she's the one, well, let me see, we get to 15, we lose. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's at 10 already. Gosh, that's rough. All right, well, an adjacent witch draws an extra card next hour. That'd be helpful, and that would only cost her 1. You don't have to buy anything. We can pass on that, but we need the stuff. And then this one here, man, if we play the Dark Magic, it opens up all the sigils, but if we play this Moonlight, it'll give us 1 White Magic, and I'm finding that White Magic's pretty difficult to get, but it'll cost us 2. I don't think I want her doing that. So I think we're just going to buy this one, because Nancy's going to spend 5 on that guy right there. So Soft Light and Blood Sacrifice, we'll get that into her hand. It does have an action, and Adjacent Witch can draw a card next hour, so she can fuel that if she wants to. That goes on the top of her deck, and that's all she's going to buy this turn. So we're going to flip the next card over, and it's going to go to Ward. What is Ward going to buy? Well, what's this one do? Let's take a look at this. Sovoid. It's 2 black magic. That's good. It only opens up 1 sigil. And on the white magic side, it says an adjacent witch may immediately acquire a spell from an open pentagram locus. You pay the spell cost. You pay the spell cost. So if he could get that for 1, since he's got less corruption on him right now than Nancy, and maybe help her get the things that she needs. But I want to see, when do we put the guys back on the spells? I'm just trying to, I got to look at that. Hold on just a sec. Because it will matter, because we want this card. And so if he goes back on there before she gets a chance to get it during the action phase, that would be bad. Let's see, unbind all cards. I'm looking at the different portions. I think it's in the corruption phase. Nope, battle phase, at the end of the battle phase. Let me read this a little further. Hold on. No, if she doesn't buy it this round, she's not going to be able to. That's unfortunate. We also have this 6 cost Beacon of Light. It says, mark a witch. All demons facing that witch cost 2 white magic, less to banish this hour. That's a really powerful card, but it's cost 6 corruption to acquire it. We're definitely not good doing that this turn. So I think what we'll do, because this one does actually also give us a white magic point, she is going to buy this Giving Tree card, put it in the in her her pile, and gain another 1 corruption for that. That's okay, and that's all she's going to do. Then we're going to flip this over and go on to our last character. But we'll check this card out first, just to see. An adjacent witch draws an extra card. Okay, we know that one. Draw an extra card. So either way, we're going to draw an extra card. But I think we're going to have to bite the bullet. Man, that's going to put her up to 13. That's really close to losing. But we're going to do it. We're going to spend 5 points for Nancy to buy this Black Adder familiar. And it also says, once per battle phase, have the witch to your left take 2 corruption to bind a demon in front of you. That could be very useful for her. That's going to go on top of her deck. And then we'll flip, that'll be the end of her thing. We'll flip that over, and that's another cool card. You notice that some of the cards, like these familiars and that, have art on them. Other ones just have the sigils on them. Like, here's another one. This Sightstone has an image on it. Great artwork. And this Moonstone does as well. The Moonstone all it really does is give you 1 white magic. It's an artifact. I got to look at how artifacts work. I haven't really paid that. We haven't run into them yet. Okay, so next we're going to go on to the summoning demons phase. Now the first thing that we do in this phase is we unbind all cards. We don't have to worry about that. And then all guardians return to the locus. So see, we would not have been able to get that character. And then also Diane's is going to return to that card there. So if we gain another point in our secret, we'll be able to unbind those. And then starting with the Coven Leader, who is still Diane, we're going to face 3 lurking demons. So let me get those out. I'll put them right here, and we'll see what they are. So the first one is going to be a demonic roach, a little dude. Then we got Tina. She's a dark fae. You cannot use guide. We're not worried about these special abilities because we can't use them in this scenario. So funny and attractive, you just can't look away. Really. She's a cute little imp-ish elf dark fae creature. And then unfortunately, she's going to take all of these. So things just got really south for us. And then we have Runkrow. He says, darn it, you cannot... Okay, don't worry, I'm not worried about that. You can see that he's got 4 points. Well, everybody has more than that now. So unfortunately, all 3 of these guys come out to face Diane. That is so bad. Oh my gosh, this could be the round where we blow up and explode in our faces because I took some risks, or maybe didn't take enough risks. We'll see. Okay, those are her demons. Now, none of them went back to the lurking demons pool at this time, so we're going to draw 3 more for Ward and see what he gets. Okay, well, we got a hate demon right here, a Z-Pit. These are pretty tough ones too. Good lord. Okay, and a Zas. Okay, so he's got 2, 4, 6. So equal to or less. So this one will go back to the lurking demon pool, but these 2, this Z-Pit, and it says here, it's time to smell the stench. Okay, so she's in Z-Pit. She's a greater hex, nasty thing, really hard to banish. We're going to put her up there, and then we got this Zas, some kind of lizard dude. He's only blinded by the light. Okay, well, so we got to see if we can get rid of him. He got, well, we also, oh wait, you know what, I also have to check their sigils to make sure. So the cockroach, before I did that, cockroach had no sigils. This one was open for Diane. I'm just making sure, and then he has no sigils, so we're good there. Then, with this one, we have to have, okay, so Ward does not have this sigil open, so that demon is going back to the board. And does not have this sigil open. So Ward did not get another demon because it's not just the corruption, it's also the sigils that are open. So that's good. So there are actually 3 demons still in the pile, so they're going to come back out for Nancy. So it looks like the one that got hit the hardest is going to be Diane. So we'll start with this 7 one. The 7, now Nancy does have 5, 6, 7. She has 10 of 13 corruption right now. She will not gain this one because, well, she will gain him. 7 or more, he's got no sigils, so she's going to gain him. She's going to have to banish that hate demon. Now, this one, though, she's got this open and this open, so she is going to get this one, too, on her sigils. Let me show you. See, she's got that and that, which match. And then on this one, she will not get him. He's got this. She does not have that one or that. Well, she got those 2 open, but not that one. So that is going to not only go to the lurking demons, but go out to the void because that was our last character. So we now have the demons in place for the for that phase, and then we close all. Now once we've done that, we close all our sigils again. All the sigils for all the players are closed up, and that marks the end of that phase. Okay, so let's just make sure we did everything in order. Okay, and then I checked to see if anybody's got 15 or more corruption. We do not, and we also consume the corruption, right? Demons consume the corruption, so Ward didn't lose any, but she got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's do her first. Nancy got 6. Wow. All of her corruption, right? So she had 13. She now has 0, but she's got 2 demons in front of her. They eat the corruption. I got to remember to do that. So when we summon demons, starting with demons refilling the spaces, all unbind. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. Demons refilling the space. Or do they do that when it does damage? No, they do corruption when it does damage. All players reveal a hand. Yeah, okay. We're on the right track here. Yay! So for Diane, we removed 7 corruption because the demons that attacked her consumed that corruption from her. And that's an interesting mechanic because Nancy was almost done for, and those 2 big, massive demons she's going to have a hard time getting rid of consume the corruption. So now that we know what demons we have, now we're going to go on to the next phase. We've completed that. We don't have anybody at 20 at the end of the phase, so we're okay. Then in Insight, draw 5 cards, then all players simultaneous play. So we're going to draw the next 5 cards for Nancy. We know that one of them is going to be her familiar, and she's got exactly 5 cards. So we got Demonic Eye, Minor Shadow, or Touch of Gaia, which allows us to activate something, but let's see what we got to activate. Heal up to 3 from an adjacent witch. That wouldn't be too bad. We could heal Ward, and we could do it as light magic. So we'll do that. Well, she's got to get rid of these guys. Let's see what we can do to get rid of them. Now he's going out. Our familiar is definitely going out. He's worth 3 black magic, but remember, that means that Diane is going to take not only that, but open up these 3 sigils. But she's going to put him out. There's no question. The questions are, that's 3 right there. She needs 6 to banish, 6 of any kind of magic to banish this guy, and 6 black magic to banish this one. So I don't even know. We could get 6. So if we do this, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's enough to banish 1. We could do Touch of Gaia and Grace Ditch, because we know we can't banish this one. And we'll be able to heal somebody. But man, all of Diane's sigils are going to be open. But that's the way we're going to play it. Okay, so we've got our cards in the order we want. I'm just going to stack them right here for a moment and then go look at the other players' cards and see what they're going to play. Okay, so we know that we reveal these simultaneously. So we'll start with Diane's cards, what she's going to reveal here. And let's see, well this one's going to go first. So we're basically, she's spending just a ton of black magic. One of which is going to allow her to activate something. But the reason she's doing this is because it's going to generate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black magic to take down a couple of her bad guys. The main one is this one here, 4 and 6. She can get rid of those 2. That one gets rid of 3 cards, so she definitely wanted to get rid of that one. However, it does give 6 black magic cubes to Ward, who's got 2, 4, 6. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at this point. That's really rough. But she's going to, it's okay. It's all going to be okay, I believe. We'll see. Okay, so she's going to do that. So she spent that. We're not in the battle phase yet. That comes next. We're just going to reveal. Now we also got to look at the sigils. So she's got, let's see, the sigils that she's going to uncover for Ward are the top one, the third one, the yellow one there, I think all of them, the bottom one, and all but one. So she's revealed all but one of Ward's sigils. That's really bad, but that's her play. Now, next up we're going to go to Ward. Okay, now Ward is going to play a whole bunch of stuff too that's bad, but not all of it. Okay, so first off, here's his cards. He's playing one of this black magic. And this is going to open up every sigil for Nancy, and it's 6 points, but it's going to automatically send it's going to kill these tough guys that we have out in front. Why did I want to do that with him? I'm trying to remember why I wanted to spend so much corruption with him. He's always, because he's got a 5 guy in front of him. This is the only corruption he's spending. And then these ones are all going to generate, he's going to generate 2 white mana, and he's also going to heal an adjacent witch up by 3. Fortunately, he's not getting that lucky. So, Nancy's going to get 7 corruption from that. And so here's the 7 corruption, and she's going to open up every single sigil on her board. So let's do that. Doop, doop, doop. Every single one of them's open. But that's the way it goes. And then we don't, now these lightning bolt effects, they don't take effect until we start to play the cards. So only insight would happen during that time. Now we're going to go to actually Nancy's cards. So she has got her familiar out. She's going to play it. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 total corruption going to Diane. So we're averaging about 6 corruption going to these guys. So we're way up there again on the corruption track. If we don't kill them, we might lose somebody. And we got these 2. She's activating this to do this, which is going to heal Ward as well. So we're going to get some healing done as on top of that. Okay, so we've revealed all of our cards. We've done the corruption. Now the sigils for Diane are going to be basically, I think, so let the top one for sure, the green one for sure. So we got this one open, this one open. Yep, the third one, I think it's going to open up all of hers as well. Yep, because of this gray stitch one opens up. So all of Diane's sigils are open. So basically the only one that doesn't have all of their sigils open, and only by one, is Ward. So it's going to be a rough turn next turn for the demons. For us with the demons anyway. Okay, then we're going to remove corruption from your mat equal to your white magic. So our white magic for him is 2, so we're going to take 2 away from that. None for Diane and 2 for Nancy. Okay. We also are going to be generating in the next turn white magic for the pool, which is good. Okay, so now we're going to actually do the damage. So we're going to start with Nancy, or with Diane rather, and here we are. So we know we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a special ability that I'm going to mark her with this book to show that, or this card that shows that she gets to draw an extra card next turn per this ability, which was activated by here. But we also get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to banish this dude for 4. Little girl Tina, she's cute, but she's going. And we're going to banish this guy for 2, because those 2 were going to do the most damage to us. The Runkrow only does 1 card of damage. So these 2 are banished. I have banished them to the void. They are kaput, gone, blah, blah, blah. And that is going to end everything she does. That's going to be her turn. So these go into discard pile. She's going to need to shuffle next turn. And then we're going to go to Ward. Now, she's only got 1 demon in front of her. Ward is going to be able to get rid of his dude. I think this means, and I got to look this up, I think this means we have to send this card, this Demon Hunt, to the ether. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So, but that gave us enough to take this guy out. So he is gone from the board. He gets sent away because of that. And we do have a touch of Gaia, which activated this. Actually, we don't even need to activate this. I didn't need to do it. But I do want to generate the 2 white magic for the magic pool. So I'm putting 2 white magic in the white magic pool. And then we are going to do this. Heal up to an adjacent witch up to 3. That's going to be Diane. So we're going to heal 3 from Diane. That's good. We're trying to mitigate this damage on them. And then we got rid of that 1 demon that he had. And I think that's all that he gets to to do. Now, yes, this one is going to go to the ether because it says send to the ether. Now, if I'd use this side, we'd heal up to 2 from myself, but we didn't. We used this side because we needed to banish that guy. It was very important, but we lost that card to the ether. All right, and then the rest of them get discarded, and he is done. Let me just double check the turn order on that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and now we're going back down to Nancy, our character, and see what she's going to be able to accomplish. She's going to play the Blackadder down. It just stays in front of her, acts as part of her hand until she moves it. And it says once per battle, have the witch to your left take 2 corruption to bind a demon in front of you. Well, if we can't kill one, we will definitely do that. But we're going to kill this one, I think. Because this does give us 3 this turn. 4, 5, 6. So this one takes 6. So we're definitely getting rid of that guy. But then we have this. We're going to use that to do that. Heal up to 3. We're going to heal 3 from Ward because he took a big hit. There's the 3 from Ward. And she generated an additional 2 white magic into the pool. So there's a bit of white magic in the pool. Not quite, just enough to get rid of him. We might, or this one, we might do it. But we're going to generate 3, 4, 5, 6 black magic to get rid of Zapit. So we are not going to take that damage. We did good on the demons this turn, but we have quite a bit of corruption on us, even still. And we did lose a good card or 2, and we have not advanced Nancy's secret yet, but we will because we got this out. And things are going to get tougher for us, though, as we go. Okay, so we activated that. We did that. And then we have this. That's all that we do. Okay, we are done. We have completed our task there. She is out of cards, so she's going to have to shuffle before drawing cards again. Now, one more thing that we have to do is we can use, so here to bind demons facing you with that, or now it's still Nancy's turn, technically. So, or we can bind, or other witches with white magic from the pool. So we have enough to get rid of Runkrow. But I'm debating, do we save that white magic for something nastier that might come out? I think all of us are going to end up with at least 1 demon in front of us next turn that we're going to have to get rid of. So I'm debating on whether or not I use that. The Coven Leader can use white magic for other things, but we don't have anything else to use it on. I could just wipe that guy out and get rid of him. Now remember, she's still got this guy. We did not get that one. We do not have enough to take that one. So we're going to lose 3 cards. Do we want to lose 4 is the question. I don't think so. I think we're going to do it. So Nancy, as her last action, is going to spend the 5 white magic that's in the pool to get rid of Runkrow. Put him down. He's gone. He's gone. Okay. And that is going to end the battle phase. But now we have to suffer the effects. So it says the last thing is we do is perform the damage. Then Unbound Demons, which is this one, is going to face... I could do the 2 corruption, add 2 corruption to bind a demon. Once per battle phase, have the witch to your left take 2 corruption to bind a demon. I think we're going to do that because we're going to lose 3 cards otherwise. We're going to bind that demon for 2 corruption using the familiar. The familiar does not, I don't think, goes away that way. I have to look it up. I don't remember if they are banished at that point, because if that's the case, I don't want to do it because that does not advance her secret. Let me look up the familiars. Familiars, like artifacts, familiars stay in play and are not discarded at the end of each hour during the insight phase. Each familiar can move once per hour. Okay, familiars generate magic corruption and open sigils. But they can also be sent to the ether to bind enemies. So, okay, so that familiar to bind him would have to go to the ether, and I don't want that yet, so I'm going to not do that. We're going to lose 3 cards, unfortunately. I'm going to take the corruption back off Diane. And we're going to move forward with that. So here we go. We're going to take some damage. Now, does no additional corruption, but does 3 cards. Alright, so here's our big bad damage. We're going to lose this card and these 2. So that now our level 1 cards are empty. So that means getting spells is going to be a little more difficult for us as we go forward. And we did lose Mr. Patterson out of the cards from the last group. The low-level familiar. We had to pick a high-level familiar, which cost us. Okay, and that is the damage. That's all the damage that was done. But remember, if all of these get emptied out, we're screwed. We lose. That's one of the lose conditions. So now, in this case, we only have to survive to the 4th hour. So we're doing okay here, I think. Again, it's 50-50 win chance on this. I think I'm playing it okay, but I do get to cheat a little bit because I have insight as to what everybody's doing. All right, so now we're going to move to the end of the hour phase, phase 7. The Coven Leader may expend any remaining white magic. There isn't any. We're going to discard hands from play. I already did that. But then we're going to advance secrets. Well, here's the interesting thing. So let's go to Ward. Ward actually does get to advance his secret, which means his sigil's going to, his soul link's going to come off, as does Diane. So both of their are going to come off, but yet Nancy has yet to be able to complete that. So whatever they're doing, it's either easier or they're doing it right. Okay, so both Diane and Ward were able to progress their secret, which means that this comes off and hers comes off. They're opening up those very expensive spells. So, but it might be worth doing. Okay, guys, that's going to end the round, actually, so we don't worry about retribution, because not the final hour. We've got to try and complete our secrets by turn 4, by the end of the 4th hour, or we suffer retribution. And if we have 15 corruption, we lose. We don't have that. And if we empty out this, we lose. So there's lots of ways to lose, only one way to win. So we're going to get there. Okay, that is going to be the end of the turn. So we continue on with our training day with our 3 witches, our 2 witches and 1 warlock, trying to survive the onslaught of our personal demons coming to get us in Approaching Dawn, the Witching Hour. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like the game. I think this is I am biased, I'll admit it, but I do think this is a cool game. I'm taking it to BGG-Con with me to play. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be putting up something. I want to know, guys, what you want to play next. The choices of what to play next are, because I'm now out of October, so it's not going to be all horror-based games. But I have Golden Age Games, Edge of Humanity. I have Tomb of Annihilation, the actual board game, not the computer version that I've been playing. First Martians is another one I want to get to the table. And then also Hero Realms, the Ruin of Thandar, the cooperative version of Hero Realms that came out. So those 4 games are going to be, one of them is going to be next on the table. If you have a preference, please let me know. And again, follow me on Twitter so you know when I'm doing some live streaming and stuff. I'm going to be doing some of that today. And also I'm going to start live streaming some actual board games. If you are interested in playing a board game with me and have 2 tools, or actually you need 3 tools. No, 2 tools. Not 3. Okay, you need 3 tools. You need Tabletop Simulator and or Tabletopia. Either we can work with either one. That'll be fine, depending on the game we play. You need a webcam, and you need to be on Discord, and I can invite you to my channel, and we can all then play. If you don't have a webcam, we can probably work with that too, and just do voice. But I really like to be able to see the people I'm playing with. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know, because I'm going to start scheduling about 1 a week to do that. And it'll be a lot of fun. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for everything. Please, please go visit my Patreon page. If you haven't noticed, I'm really trying to ratchet some things up, and I need your help. So please go do that. It doesn't take much. I mean, if all my subscribers just gave me $5, I'd be good. If they gave me $10, I'd be great. I'd be doing everything that I want to do for this community, and it's only $10 a person a month. Man, you can't even go to the movies for that, guys. All right, well, thanks. I'll talk to you next time.